Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Insecure season 3, episode 8. Like, it went down. It's crazy. Issa's having a wonderful birthday party. She's going to go see the movie, The Last Dragon, I believe. R.I.P. to The Last Dragon cast member. I think he passed away. I can't remember his name. And he's gone. And then it's actually a good thing that they actually, broadcasting The Last Dragon. And this is actually something really good that they used to do back in the day, where they would show big movies like this on like the city lawn or the park and stuff like that. So that was really cool and nice, and Issa is focusing on trying to raise money for her block party, but she's not able to get money. People are slamming the doors in her face and saying no, calling her a vagrant, saying that these vagrants are very crafty when she goes and try to ask for donations. And then she actually talked to one dude, and he for music, and he said they're gonna be bitches there. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, just so ridiculous. She went to the restaurant and she was trying to talk to him at the restaurant. Like, she goes, oh, so I give you food, you make money, I get nothing? No. And so Issa's kind of getting discouraged, from the situation, because it's more difficult than she thought. And plus, she doesn't have Nathan by her side to inspire her when things go wrong during the day. She can go call Nathan and hug him. And he was very instrumental and supportive to her to even quit her job, even though we don't think that's a great idea, but she did, and she's still surviving. And her throwing this block party because he believed in her. And I don't think Issa feels like she has a lot of people around her that actually believe in her, but Molly does believe in her. But Molly has a hard way of showing it. So we have that situation. So she's tired of begging, and Nathan is still somewhere, in La La Land. And so, Molly's actually planning a nice birthday party for Issa, and she's outside waiting for him and waiting for, Issa. And guess who walks up? None other than Nathan walks up, and, Molly jumps at the car and is like, get out of here. You don't belong here. You don't need to be here. You've been gone for a month. You're going to come back with some sorry ass roses. She don't need to talk to you, or she don't need to speak to you. You're not going to mess up her birthday and all this other stuff. I was like, whoa, hold your horses, sister. When I tell you something in secret, I don't need you to go back and be me and try to defend me without me even knowing. And who gives you the right to jump in my shoes and try to tell somebody that I'm looking for, somebody that I miss, somebody I went to his house searching and looking for him, and try to break the code in his computer for you to stop him? Because I needed answer. I needed closure to the situation. You ain't my bodyguard. You ain't my mother. You ain't my father. I didn't get into your situation when you was with Dro, a married man, and Candace probably doesn't even know that he was sleeping with you. So you need to hold your horses and back the hell up. If I was, Issa was pissed about when she finds out, and then Molly has the nerve not to say nothing about it. Who do she think she is? Like, yo, Molly, slow your roll. I know you're trying to help protect Issa, but Issa needs to do this on her own. She's a grown woman, and you're coming from a hurt place. You're coming from a place where right now you just hate men around because your heart has been broken. You have been hurt because Dro got a baby on the way, and he's with Candace, and he's building a family, what you wanted with Dro ultimately, but you couldn't have that because he already had it. So Nathan, he just bounced, he just walks away. He just couldn't believe this. And then it makes it for like a bad thing, because if Nathan and Issa actually get back together, he's always going to be feeling like Molly is going to be coming after him, saying negative shit about him. It's going to be uncomfortable, where she's going to be like, a thorn in their side of their relationship because of her. And then he's going to be feeling like, damn, you tell her everything, stop telling her stuff and things like that, where he starts to question the friendship with Molly and Issa, because there's a negative Nancy in the background. So we got that situation going on. And so I was just like, wait, you too much. And so we get Lawrence. He meets up with his father and basically gets some questions answered, because he wants to have a perfect woman, a woman with no drama, a woman with no issues, a woman with no kids, a woman that haven't been that has never been married, a single woman, And so his father is letting him know that, hey, listen, son, as people come with baggage, you got baggage too, and as you get older, you're gonna get more baggage. Me and your mother, the reason why we work together good, because we dealt with each other baggage. You're gonna have to put work in. You're gonna have to put the effort into having a good relationship. It just ain't gonna come to you nice and pretty in a box, mother sucker. You're gonna have to put work in, which you didn't put a lot of work into your relationship with Issa. And so now, you don't know how to really treat and deal with situations, because you've been out here just screwing and messing around, caught you some chlamydia, And so now you meet a divorced woman and you're judging her without even getting to know her. But at least you got some advice from a good place from your father, Marcus. And so now you're going to go back out with Tiffany. I mean, with Tiffany's friend, whatever her name is, with the long, big old dookie ponytail. You're going to go back out with her. So, and then on top of that, she's working with Issa. That's going to be kind of a sore spot for Issa next season. So we'll see what happens with that situation. And Molly gets to work and they're having a meeting and Tori's there and they're letting her know that her and Tori are going to be the lead on the Metro case. And Tori was like, at the end, he was like, oh, Metro's going to be very happy, highly happy, and very, supportive of Molly because she's such an aggressive, attorney, and basically throwing shots on her like, she's cutthroat. So Tori is kind of like through with, through with Molly, like in her situation, and everybody around the office knows that Molly is cutthroat because at first she was cool with the two attorney females that was working in the office, and then she wasn't getting nowhere with them because there was either Black Power, my husband, or the hate or the mad angry black woman. And Tori looked like he was going somewhere, so she jumped on Tori's Ben's wagon. Ben jumped on his wagon and basically clutched herself to him, and then I turned around, she double crossed him with the situation where she took over the meeting. It's not really a double cross, but she could have waited and postponed the meeting, but then she's realizing this is maybe her opportunity, her time, her point to actually show, the partners that she's actually a decent attorney, that she can handle things. And maybe she should have waited because she did come off aggressive, and now she doesn't have people in the office that are her friends, but now she's the lead on the case, even though everybody's just like, Tori was like, you're capable of handling this case by yourself, so I'm taking myself off the case and I'm going to go work with this case. I was like, damn. And then he's working with the two women that Molly wasn't working with before. At first she was cool with them and she just stopped. She just dropped them for Tori. So now Tori is politicking. So we know Tori's probably going to do some shady shit to Molly coming her way. But Molly's like, okay, all right. But she would actually get to show her talent. It's just the way that she did it. And her talent was going to come out regardless. But she wanted it fast in a hurry. And now she's going to be in an awkward environment with not having the women and the men that are attorneys like her are working along with her. So that's going to be difficult for her too as well. So moving on from that situation, Nathan looked like he's lost, like he's crazy, like he was on a drug binge or whatever. And so, we have that situation, and then they get to the park where they're going to see the movie. And when they get to the park to see the movie, Lawrence bumps into, Issa. They look at each other like they miss each other, like they want to be with each other, like they're expressing communication to each other from from the air, basically, like it's being telepathic with each other. To me, I feel like they both trying to see something, if there's something still there from one another. But I think actually, Lawrence gets disappointed when he finds out that Issa is quitting the block party because now he's feeling like she has that quitting spirit, and when it gets difficult she gives up and she doesn't fight for it, just like he feels about the relationship because she cheated on him and all this other stuff. But after he did her dirty too as well, but he's living a good life and he's comfortable now. When he was living on the couch, but at least he was help paying the bills, but she was working hard, getting up every morning. And so you have that situation. I feel like he got turned off by that. And then Tiffany's friend, the lady that's actually throwing the event, he got more impressed with her and the things that she was doing because he wants to be with someone that's inspiring. He wants to be with someone that is a go-getter because now he knows what that go-getter feels like because he went out and he got this job and he secured a good spot where he's financially stable, and he don't want anybody that is going to bring him down. That's what it seems like. But he done messed around, got him some chlamydia, so he's trying to settle down and trying to be ready. And Chad is actually back with his fiance. She actually took him back after he did some begging, some pleading, and some apologizing, and some purse, some diamonds, and now he got a purse. He was like, I don't want to start all over. And that's when I hear a lot of people, once they don't want to start all over again, getting to know somebody new, getting to know somebody's habit, getting to know somebody just generally all over, taking the baby steps again. So, he's back with his fiance. It just is what it is. Kelly's over there acting a fool. She's saying, F you, I slept with this one, I slept with that one. Everyone's, Kelly and Issa and Molly are sitting there having a conversation about them being single. Kelly was like, yeah, what, I'm single. I'm not messing with homeboy no more because of this, because of that, because, he did this, and, he ain't got nothing going on really. And then she sees some guy over there that she used to mess with. She gives him the middle finger. She goes, oh, that's not him. And she runs over there to go talk to the guy and come back to the, the blanket. And she was like, hey, listen, we together now. I got a man. I don't know about y'all. And seeing Kelly, she's comfortable and secure who she is. And she don't be doing all that extra shit that Molly and Issa be doing. She'll let a dude go in a heartbeat and she'll find another one. She does not put all her eggs in one basket. And so then you have, Molly talking about she's not with Andrew, just didn't work out, just two different people, just didn't work. And then Nathan not being around. So anyways, so we find out that Kelly is actually godmother of Tiffany's baby. She's happy. She was like, but if she dies, am I going to take care of the babies? And that's when Issa was like, no, the husband is, girl. And she was like, good, because if I wanted any kids, I would have kept the one last month. I was like, damn, don't be on here supporting abortion. Don't be on here advocating that you getting abortions. They say that about us black women all the time, that all we do is get abortions, and she's over here, feeding into the stereotype, like Planned Parenthood was made for black women, basically to kill, the seeds in the hood or in low income areas. That was a big issue and a big topic, and she's, she done put her foot right in that. And so we get Molly, she sees her ex Jared, and it's a funny conversation because he goes, yes, I'm the manager of Enterprise, I'll pick you up wherever. And she was like, oh, not if I call Lyft. And he was like, don't ever do that. So that was funny. She thought Molly thought that he was actually gay because, but that was actually his brother. And she runs over there to the girls and she was like, hey guys, listen, remember I told you something weird about Jared? I know my instinct, I trust my instincts or whatever. He got a boyfriend or whatever. And then Jared comes over there after the movie's over with his girlfriend Chocolate Queen and his brother and other, and so she looks stupid. So it is what it is with that situation. So they leave the park happy. Everyone's happy. They had a good birthday, and Lawrence bringing, Molly her candy, just knowing her, like, that's where you don't want to start off because they know each other. They know each other's habits, but I just think they've both been just too hurt. I don't know if they're actually ever going to get back together. So we get Molly. She goes over, Molly and Issa are actually at Molly's house, finishing the night off. And then Molly finally decides to tell Issa that Nathan came through with flowers and I sent him away. And Issa, she just went off. She's like, I can't believe you do that. It's none of your business. You on some evil demon shit, some bad shit. Look how you treated Andrew. Look how you did Tori. Look how you did people. You're not going to have any friends at work. You're just going to be all alone by yourself. And then on top of that, what gives you the right? It gives you the authority to get into my situation and jump in and do what you did. That's wrong. And so Issa's just really upset. She's just mad. And she goes into the bathroom. But Issa also decides to do the block party too as well. And she's going to hook up with Tiffany's friend and actually find out how to get people to say yes and donate or, bring products to the block party. And so it seems like Issa got her oomph back. And it was without Nathan being in the picture. So that was so wonderful to see that she's actually finding inspiration inside and power inside of herself without Nathan being around. And so Issa's just really upset at, Molly from doing what she did because she was like, I'm not like you. I don't cancel niggas left and right and forget about them, and so Molly is just listening and Molly's like, oh shit, I really done changed into this horrible person. And now she's going to try to make better with her friend. She called Andrew and apologized to him to let her know that she has some issues. She's blaming, everybody for what happened to her in her relationship with Joe and taking that on everybody. And she's sorry. And actually, Andrew's actually listening. So they might build something. So Andrew got an answer. Molly got an answer to why she behaves in the way that she behaved because she was hurt by Joe. Issa's about to get the answer from Nathan that he was gone, to, Houston because he has depression. He has to be by himself. He suffered from this type of thing. So, you have people that has to just shut themselves down. They just shut off from the world so they can actually cope. They actually got to get into a cocoon into their minds, and they forget about the people around them that loves them and care about them. They won't leave the house. They won't talk to you. They won't call you. It's not that they don't want you. It's not that they don't think about you. It's just because they're having a mental breakdown where they just got to cut everybody out. They need isolation. And really not a good way to deal with things, and really not a good way to be in a person in relationship with that. But Nathan says now he's not going to leave anymore. But how is he going to fight through that urge when he feels like everything, four walls are closing in on him, and then he wants to just cut off everybody? So he has to work on why is people can be dispensable to him. He can just, disposable to him, where he can just cut them off and they should be there waiting for him to get back. It's not like that. But there are some people that have them type of issues where they will shut themselves off from the world. And it's not because they don't love you. It's not because they don't miss you. It's just that they're having a mental breakdown. And a lot of them are, trying to self-heal themselves. But sometimes they go about using the wrong method, because the last thing you do is block yourself out from the world, because the world ain't gonna stop because you cut it off for a while. And he's looking at Molly's Issa's even actually having a conversation with him. So Nathan and Molly actually talk. He leaves the flowers at her house. She sees them, and he lets her know what he was going through. So now Molly got an answer from Nathan, but is he being truthful? Is he telling the truth? And if she would have asked Andrew where he was, Andrew probably wouldn't have known, because he breaks down and he gets away from people. So he went to Houston for what? What was going on in Houston that he had to take care of? Was his mom? Was his sister? Was his brother? Was his cousin? So it would have been nice if they would have developed Nathan more as a character. It just seems like episode 7, episode 8, it's like the beginning of the season is actually over. So Kelly got her man. Molly is about to get her man. She's about to get a man with Andrew. And I believe, Issa's going to be getting back with, Nathan. And Lawrence is actually going to be hooking up with Tiffany's friend, the lady that threw the events. And he's actually giving her a chance, even though she has been divorced. And so we see Chad. He is back with his fiance. So I guess the questions were answered. Peace. I'm out. One love. This season could have been a lot better, though. We could have just got like 2 more episodes just to clear up what's going to happen at work. How is Molly going to bring her friendships and bring camaraderie among her co-workers, where she can have work in a peace environment where people don't think that she's a hater? And how, Issa, block party's going to go, and actually Issa applying to the job Beach Street or whatever after school program, which is something that she would enjoy. And she meets up with Elijah, I think his name is, and he's from Law and Order. And it's good to see him in this character, because usually he plays gangsters or whatever. And actually getting a job with him, and how that situation is going to go, and how she can actually incorporate the kids into the block party, because when she met them, they was dancing. And so now she's building her life back together without Nathan being in the picture. So it shows Issa's becoming very independent, and she's realizing she doesn't need anybody but herself, but she can ask for help from the right people, and that's where Tiffany friends coming at. And so that was a good situation, that she's going to get her job back. So now she's going to be the property manager, driving Lyft and working for Beach Street after school program, because it seems like it's promising that she's going to get the job. But I don't know, when they do a reference and they find out that she quit without any notice. Peace. I'm out. One love.